And then when I was 8, I moved to Costa Rica.
Okay. So, well, just talk about the adjustments that you had to make with that move.
It was hard. It was hard because I not only did I have to meet new people, but I had to learn a completely new language. I knew nothing of Spanish, nothing at all. And so to move to a completely different country, a completely different culture, because the culture is completely different than the United States, it took a lot of adjusting. Even in school, there was a teacher, an English teacher that was a part of the school that she would come when she could, when she didn't have classes, and she would kind of help translate for me. But eventually, like, I had to pretty much figure it out on my own. Like, I would just write what I saw in my notebook, even though I didn't understand it, and try to study as I saw it. And then eventually, like, it clicked. It's like within 3 months, I guess when you're kind of forced, you're putting in an environment where you're forced to adapt mentally as human beings, we're so resilient that it kind of, we have no choice. If you want to survive, if you want to live, if you want to eat, you're going to learn how to say you're hungry.
Right.
So, I had to learn how to speak the language, and it was hard. It was really, really hard, because I didn't know anybody. It was frustrating having a language barrier, but I'm thankful that I was able to overcome that. I learned the language pretty quickly. I learned to read it, to write it, to communicate fluently and efficiently in it. So, and I'm super, super grateful to have that skill.
Yeah. So, do you feel like that experience coupled with your time in the Miami Fort Lauderdale area, and then moving eventually to the Carolinas, do you feel like your music reflects all of those experiences, kind of like a big pot of
Absolutely.
gumbo?
Absolutely. Most definitely. Yeah. I definitely do believe that. I believe that all the different influences, like the Latin influences, and then my dad's Jamaican, my mom is Montserratian. So I come from a very strong multicultural background. I feel like all of that definitely contributes to the sounds that I love to hear. The sounds that I write to, even though I'm pretty versatile with what I'll write to, but the sounds that I gravitate to, I do believe are contributed to the environment that I grew up in, or things that I heard um, growing up and in the different places that I've been.